Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Fall of the Republic 1.1 playthrough as the CIS. In the last episodes, we got attacked at Munilinst. There is still a couple juggernauts there that need to be dealt with, which will be dealt with. But we are probably going to focus on taking these rim worlds right now. So that's Kutrick, Gravlix, Med, and Ordrassi. They're two of the three are capital shipyards. So those are worth getting out of here. And we'll hopefully take Orinda as well. Cut off some of the area around there. There's still Contrum, but we've succeeded in breaking down a lot of their territory. Our first thing today is apparently going to be getting attacked at Rishi. I guess we'll send Grievous over. This fleet hasn't really done much recently, but let's make sure we don't get attacked on the ground there. And we want to go into Kuat. We want to make sure we take Kuat. Alright, I'm just going to auto-resolve that. And let's get some more. We saw that went wrong. Help, I'm being repressed. Play skirmish more. The Plazer. Why am I here? It might even be best to go to Orinda with this fleet first.
Tactical battle imminent.
Or invade Orinda and Kuat.
Choose your reinforcement.
We should be able to handle this with just this fleet. So Clanker's Revenge, Hydra, and General Grievous in Redditor.
We will show no mercy.
Shields back online.
I should try to upgrade Grievous.
Ensure they are disabled.
He's just been sitting here.
I am at your disposal.
I don't know that I've ever actually upgraded Grievous in a playthrough. Because I end up using
Public bombers
the patron units more than standard units and heroes even. Before he dies. Actually, I don't know that I've lost Grievous in Fall of the Republic playthrough. I don't think I have.
Do not let Republic
Trizone did a spreadsheet last week or something
enemy
of all the playthroughs I've done on the channel, which like all the EAWX one or all the EAW one, which pretty impressive. Showing like the runtime for all of them, how many I've done of each faction in different mods.
shutdown complete. Emergency enemy
All right.
reinforcements.
Let's go here.
I am at your disposal. I'll dispatch them.
That.
Analysis.
Okay, we're just gonna get the engines off this one, I think.
Here.
I don't know that we'll have
No one.
time to get through the engines of that one. Well, maybe we can. I think it's really unlikely,
Orders.
but yeah, we might not even get rid of the engine. No, we got the engines on this one, I think. Yep, we got it. It all worked. That'll go back to Rathana probably. I'm gonna leave them there just in case they send a ground force to follow up, but we are gonna start off
Tactical battle
that invasion.
imminent.
Oh, never mind. There's the ground force to follow up. Ooh, 3 of them. Thank you, Styrofoam Guitar, for the 100 bits. Asking, how much would it take to convince you to do the Shadow Hand or back to War GCs for your next playthrough? Them being smaller. Well, Back to War being smaller definitely helps. The thing with that would be I'd want to wait until there's even more story stuff fleshed out. I'm not sure what state they're in currently with the reworks of other stuff. Like, Back to War would be quick, which would be nice. But that would also be an Empire or New Republic playthrough without being able to show off too much new for either of them. Is there any way to make auto-resolve recognize when you have an interdictor and prevent retreat? Feels like an obvious oversight. There's no way to make auto-resolve do anything differently. So. Like, Shadowhand would be a longer campaign, I think. And especially with the Imperial factions, there will be like the roster reworks and the legitimacy stuff to play with soon. So I don't know if doing like Shadowhand Empire really gets the most out of our next Empire playthrough. Auto-resolve actually takes a lot of things into account. It's just, at the end of the day, it's judging units based on the categories and the single AI combat power value. And even if you want to change what it does with those values, you can change the values per unit, but if you want to change what it does with the unit, with the values, you can't, because you can't edit how auto-resolve actually works. Petroglyph has showed us the code for auto-resolve, and Bob wrote some pseudocode to show kind of like what it's simulating, but it's not something you can change. And ultimately, any kind of auto battle feature in any game, it's pretty much always complete shit. Like, you kind of know what you're getting into by using auto-resolve. If you have units you don't want to risk and you're auto-resolving, that you know, like, oh, I wouldn't have lost this in the battle, it doesn't really matter because they're... The choice has been made to not play it. Get some of those in the HAG.
We've secured a build pad.
Forming squad. I hate clones.
We've secured.
Like, I do have to do a single stream Galactic Conquest soon, and that's usually what some of those smaller campaigns are saved for.
Roger, roger. Careful.
Construction complete.
Negative on visual scan.
So they're usually more that than the like episodic playthroughs.
Scan. Check your targeting program. You're out of position.
Negative on visual scan.
Squad assignment accepted. Need a replacement.
Registering noise.
Because like we didn't hit the May one, so we didn't end up doing one in June. But we hit the June one, so we're gonna do one in July.
Forming
We're always staggered by a month.
Moving.
fight's not
Alright,
over.
they're gonna be going into the actual main base.
Locating target. Negative on visual scan. Visual scan confirmation.
Alright, see if you can get over there. Do we have any droids left on this side? We don't. Get some super battle droids.
Grenade.
I'll get in there. And some of you are gonna go up there.
Ready to destroy the clone. That's a lot of firepower.
Does lasting SSD damage break if you get two SSDs and stack them together? No. If you submod it so that you can have like multiple copies of an SSD, that would break it. But all SSDs are unique objects. So, like unique objects per faction. If you have 2 generic executors in your faction, then it wouldn't know how to track the damage for whichever one it is, because you can't identify specific objects that aren't coded as separate objects.
Successful tactical adjustment.
Like separate objects in the XML coding. But you have a build limit of 1 for all SSDs. Back there.
Calculating attack. Uh-oh. Reload your nav program. It's about to explode.
Bomber standing by.
That's sad. Let's get some heavier vehicles over on this side.
Ready.
And let's bomb this before another Juggernaut comes out. You guys want to take that out. You guys can come back in and help. The J1 can come back in as well. Alright, we'll drop these in faster. Thank you, Star from Guitar, for the 10 bits. Asking, would the Sarlacc Project SSD be a potential addition for something like forget what that is. So maybe?
We made it.
Alright. We are not going for field base on this one. Or, not field base, the victory point on this one. By barracks. Oh yeah, that. So maybe
You'll need a replacement. Opening fire.
one of the nice things with Imperial Reign is that there's very little we need in the way of assets. Like
Kill them.
on the asset side, aside from like the Death Stars and Darth Vader, which we could technically use the base game ones as placeholders, like that kind of super high profile stuff. We technically have enough of the assets to do a solid release, but it's all the coding side that we need to do. So then any art assets that go towards it are basically by default going to be more obscure things.
Commander, compensating for shield.
We made it. Prepare for attack. Roger, roger.
Everyone get up here. I'm afraid to send the Hailfires too far up. This might be here. Here we go.
For combat.
You two go in front.
Ready.
No, you don't need to go that way. I never actually sent these guys fully to the sensor. We were pretty much done.
Take him out.
I do like the river and bridges on this map.
Chances of winning
Nice
the
map.
score just increased by 0.03%.
It's a nice map. You've got a lot of tactical options on where you're going to go, how you're going to proceed, how you're going to bring your stuff together without being huge. I really like that map. Good stuff. Alright, let's do a quick save here. Especially as far as like a choke point contestation map goes. So I was asked about one of the munificents, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. I think it's one we already built, but Hometown Rev asked about his was I like Bird, which I believe we did build. Just not sure what fleet it's in. A lot in here. Burger, expendable, party bus. I'm in charge now. I unfortunately can't. I want to die like this. Not compete. This is one of the with a lot of the playthroughs, I end up like switching the starting forces for the patron units, that I don't have to build them all, and it doesn't take as long to get through all of them. But I didn't with this playthrough because I wanted to just. Because with Father Republic, I usually assume there's going to be a lot more units we're going through, but it still ended up taking a long time.
Unit in production.
Bendable,
Vehicle
fatigable,
in production.
come and go.
Unit in
No
production.
fromage.
Constructing
Fine.
unit.
Thank you, Nacho, for subscribing. Saying I've been subbed longer than most of my relationships. Well, thank you very much. The X crew will always be there. And for you. I'm not, well, I guess that makes it sound like I'm saying you're not people. But you're a chip covered in cheese. So maybe not. But you're not human, but I guess you could still be people, depending on your definition of all that. What I'm trying to say is everyone's welcome here at Corey Loses and at X2, regardless of how cheesy you are.
This does not compute. Roger, roger.
This is the Return of the Thumb monologue. I'm kind of sad that got lost to history. I think Piers posted it, but on the Sea of Thieves stream, which I did private, we kept going on X2, and Charlie fell asleep, so no one could end the stream because I don't have the login information for X2.
Roger.
So I spent like half an hour. I think it was just under half an hour doing a monologue trying to fill time, talking about the adventures of a thumb.
Jedi were corrupt.
Final arming sequence engaged.
Tactical battle imminent.
The EAWX will always be here for. I mean, I can't legally require that of them. That's for them to decide on a per person basis. But what's with the X2 streams being private all the time? So I privated the Sea of Thieves one because it was just not a good stream. Like, we were bored and insulting the game the whole time, and it wasn't great. But with like us privating the X2 streams, the streams go a really long time, and we're usually drunk during them. So inevitably,
Already.
they devolve.
Roger, roger.
Disappointing.
I feel like if we did shorter streams on X2,
Come up with a plan.
even if we're still drinking, they wouldn't have to be privated as much.
You look like a man who has a price.
Oh. Alright, I want that. Having Dooku in here means it'd be really difficult for them to beat us in the area, but... And that'll be really good for supporting some aerial attacks. Just we need to
Got here.
Right away.
get over there.
Roger, roger.
Alright, just kill him off.
Forward.
Kill him off. Use the Force. Use the Force, you dick!
Challenging us in
Alright, never mind. Don't use the Force. Forget the Force. The Force is overrated.
shall do as Darth Sidious commands, and that is everything. You have been misled. Your fight is not with me,
Fortunately, they got all the money from that.
and wealth and power shall be yours.
We've secured.
Getting all that would be nice.
Wow, we really killed him.
Lost a build pad.
I do really like this map, especially visually, but starting down this path... It's like you end up with the long path that you gotta go down. That's the only part of it that I'm not sure about. There's a lot of really cool visual elements along it, but...
Bombers at the ready. Initiate attack run. Computers locked on target.
I'd almost want to do like a...
Don't leave. Scanning vehicle.
a map focused more on like you start here and then you've got this whole area. That's more of a standard map, but then like a infantry only map
Arming.
in like the southern parts. Do a split there.
Where's the battle? Your deaths will cause me no pleasure.
This is mine.
Hard to fight with
Right, you kill all that. Get some support down here for Dooku.
Uh-oh. Better hide.
What is Nuku? Situation. All who oppose me should despair. Last,
All right.
this course has passed.
Got our AATs coming in from the south. We do need to get some infantry down there to help them.
It's high out.
Right, there you go. Now they're on the even level playing field.
We made it.
Both some you can go up there.
We've secured.
Are there any AA turrets? I don't think so. We can go over... No, that's an AA turret. That's an AA turret. Let's get over here. Do this the standard way. Is that a capturable one? Yeah, that's a capturable one. So I'm not going to worry about it. You guys can shoot them. Get in the middle. Get in the middle. Get in the middle. That'll have to do. Alright, take out that turret so that our AATs can come up. And Dooku, go for the infantry.
I recognize a natural leader.
Kill them all! You got him. Alright, Loathsome, you're dead. It was a setup. I don't feel bad about what I just did. He had to learn the Sith ways. That's what that was. Alright, this will mean we can drop some troops over on this side. We're gonna grab that.
The battle
We've secured a build pad.
Ready to receive orders. Commencing bombing run.
Says, I think Xenophar did a good point the other day regarding maps. We're back to LZ's giving very maps pop, so attacks and field to samey. So I'd actually go the opposite direction of what Xenophar was saying, because Xenophar was primarily talking about increasing the amount you start with. But I'd be more inclined to keep 5 as the max and have other maps that do fewer.
The fight's not over.
Unit destroyed.
Count Dooku of Sereno at your
Lost
service.
a build pad.
For the Separatist Alliance!
Alright, that AA turret killed everything. So let's kill it. We can. No, it might be too far. Died.
Ready for
We can
kill.
kill that.
Such untapped potential.
Forming squad. Squad assignment accepted. Checking range.
We've secured a build pad.
Starting attack.
Alright, we want to repair these. And I guess we'll bring in Kalani.
Reinforcements on route.
It depends on the map, no mana. That's why map design would be more important for that than just like saying a flat number. But starting with more than 5, it just means like you never really have a reason to go for another landing point.
We'll need a replacement.
Such untapped potential.
Generally, that would mean planets that have fewer structure slots, having fewer starting pop for the landing points. go clean that out now, and you guys can start moving north. Oh, Deadpool.
Bombing run available.
Alright, I should send you guys down this way. There. Got him.
More of a challenge.
Alright, we are going to save again, and we'll probably end the episode there for YouTube. So for those of you watching on Twitch, we're going to keep going. But for those watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time.